Hi guys, welcome to today's video on how to conceive twins. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 8 methods on how to conceive twins, and you can sit back, watch this video till the end, because who knows, you might see the method that you actually want to try. If you're new to this channel, I am Dr. Amarachi Ijoma. I'm a fertility physician and I talk about everything fertility. So if you want more content on everything fertility and the solutions, kindly subscribe to my channel and watch this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to start by explaining some basic things that will help you understand some of the methods I'm going to be talking about in this video. And I will start by explaining the 2 types of twins that we have. One is the identical twins and 2 is the fraternal twins. By identical twins, this means that a woman during her ovulation releases just 1 egg that will be fertilized by just 1 sperm cell. Now, this after fertilization occurs, it will result in a zygote. Now, this zygote now divides into 2 to form 2 babies that will be sharing 1 placenta. And all of the time, these 2 babies are of the same gender and they resemble each other. It is interesting to note that these identical twins are actually really rare. And out of every 1,000 births, we have only 3 to 4 identical twins. That is how rare they are. Then the second one is the fraternal twins. Fraternal twins are usually as a result of the woman releasing 2 eggs during ovulation, which will be fertilized by 2 sperm cells. This will result in 2 different zygotes that would have, it will result in 2 different babies that would have 2 different placentas. And these babies are usually of the same sex, different sex, but they are usually not identical. Before I start talking about the methods, I'm going to start with factors that naturally increase your chances of conceiving twins. Number 1, family history of twins. If a couple has a family history of twins, it increases their chances of having twins, especially when the family history is from the woman. Now, if the woman has a family history or she herself is a twin, the couple stands a high chance of actually having twins. But if it is from the man's side, then it's not so significant. However, if this man later gives birth to a female child, this female child will have a high chance of actually conceiving twins. Another factor is women greater than 35 years old. When a woman is greater than 35 years old, when she's getting close to 40, she starts, during ovulation, she starts to release more than 1 egg. Now, when she releases more than 1 egg, different sperm cells, at least more than 1 sperm cell, will go and fertilize these different eggs that she has released. And this usually, most times, leads to fraternal twins. It's quite interesting because this gives women greater than 35 years old 4 times the chance of actually conceiving twins compared to women younger than 35 years old. Another factor is height. So some studies have shown that the taller a woman is, the higher her chances of conceiving twins. And they said, okay, they gave a definitive height. They said 5 feet 5. So if a woman is taller than 5 feet 5, then she stands a higher chance of having twins compared to women that are not as tall as 5 feet 5. Before I start mentioning these methods, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there that none of these methods are 100% successful. So as I'm calling the methods, I'm going to be talking about their success rates. Also, whatever medications are going to be mentioned, the brands are not sponsoring these videos. And these medications are also just prescription only medications, meaning that they are not readily available at pharmacies. You need your doctor's prescription, you need your doctor's supervision, you need close monitoring, especially because of the side effects that are associated with these medications. That being said, I'm going to move to the first method, which is the use of clomiphene citrate. Clomiphene citrate is a medication that is used to stimulate the ovaries to release more than one egg. So when 2 eggs are released using this medication during ovulation, 2 sperm cells will come and then fertilize these 2 eggs that are released and will result to twins. So this is how clomiphene citrate actually increases your chances of having twins. However, clomiphene citrate is popularly known to give fraternal twins. But there was a study done in 2006 that said that out of all the women that used clomid to get twins, more women had identical twins than fraternal twins. Clomiphene actually increases your chances of having twins by 10%. This translates to, out of every 1,000 births by clomid, about 100 will be twins. The second method is letrozole, the use of letrozole. It's actually similar to clomiphene citrate because it helps a woman to induce ovulation. It helps her to release multiple eggs, which will be fertilized by multiple sperm and result to twins. The statistics is also the same as clomiphene citrate, that is, it increases your chances by 10% of having twins, which also translates to 100 twins out of every 1,000 births by letrozole. Another method is the use of gonadotropins. Gonadotropins are injectable fertility medications that are used to stimulate ovulation. When you use these injectable medications, you're not just releasing about 2 or 3 eggs, it's going to stimulate the ovaries to actually release multiple eggs. It can be as much greater than 5. So this actually increases your chances of having twins by 25 to 30%. So because of the amount of eggs that can be released as a result of these injectable medications, you are also at a high risk of having triplets, quadruplets, sextuplets. Another method is IVF. I mean, if I've not mentioned IVF, I've not started. So IVF, I'm going to summarize what IVF is. But if you've not watched my video on everything you need to know about IVF, I'll drop the link in the description box below. So IVF is basically taking the egg of a woman, taking the sperm of a man, fertilizing it outside, putting it in an incubator for 1 day, 2 days to 5 days, and you can either transfer the embryo back into the woman on day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. Now, research has shown that when you transfer the embryo back into the woman on day 2 or day 3, because of that amount of days that it has spent in the lab, in the incubator, it increases its chances, the chance of the embryo of splitting into 2. So the chances of having identical twins is about 1 to 2%. Then if you transfer the embryo on day 5, at this point, it has stayed up to the 5th day, it has gotten to the blastocyst stage, the chances of having twins increases to 3 to 4%. That's identical twins. Then, when you do more than 1 embryo transfer, that is, when you transfer 2 embryos into the woman, listen to this, guys, wait for it, it increases your chances to 60%, like 60%, and this is like the highest chance. This is actually the method that gives you the highest chance of actually conceiving twins. So guys, there's no 100% chance, but at least there's a 60% chance of having twins. This next method I'm going to be talking about is a food called yam. Yes, I said it, yam. Okay, so Nigeria actually has the highest number of twins in the world, and several studies have shown that it is as a result of yams, especially in the Yoruba land. Now, Yoruba people actually have the highest number of twins in Nigeria, and they are mostly fraternal. This is as a result of a belief that yams contain a natural hormone called phytoestrogen that actually causes multiple release of eggs from the ovaries. So this is actually why it results in fraternal twins. However, this research, there's no conclusion. I mean, it's yam, it's a food, it's a natural, it's a root vegetable, and it won't hurt you, so hey, you can try it. Additional information. In sub-Saharan Africa, out of every 1,000 births, 23 are twins. In the US, out of every 1,000 births, 10 to 12 are twins. Well, Asia has the lowest number. Out of every 1,000 births in Asia, 5 are twins. You might be wondering, how are triplets, quadruplets, etc. formed? For identical triplets and the likes and the rest, one egg is being fertilized by one sperm cell. Now the resulting zygote then splits into two. One of those zygotes now splits again and again and again, depending on how many babies will eventually form. But for unidentical triplets, quadruplets, and the rest, it is the woman releasing more than one egg during ovulation, and then different sperm cells, multiple sperm cells that would go and fertilize the multiple eggs that we release, and that is how triplets, quadruplets, sextuplets, all of them are formed. When you eventually get pregnant for twins, there are a few signs for you to actually know how you're carrying more than one baby. 1. Excessive vomiting. Now, this is actually not specific for more than one baby pregnancy. But it's in most women that are carrying more than one pregnancy, they tend to have excessive vomiting, which is also known as hyperemesis gravidarum. So normally in pregnancy, you have nausea, you have vomiting, but it's minimal. But when it becomes very excessive, most times it's because you're carrying more than one baby. Another way to know is if your tummy is bigger than your gestational age. Now, what do I mean by this? Ideally, when you're 12 weeks pregnant, that is when your belly just begins to show. That is the tummy, the baby starts to crease out of your pelvis. Then by the time you've gotten to 22 weeks, it has gotten to your belly button. That's your umbilicus. And so on and so forth. But in the case where you are 12 weeks and your tummy is already big up to your belly button, then you might be thinking more than one baby. However, it is important to note that there are some other reasons, some other causes of a bigger abdomen and a smaller gestational age. But this is one of the signs of carrying more than one baby. Another, in fact, the one to confirm that you're carrying twins is by an ultrasound scan. So ultrasound scan is the only way to actually confirm that you're carrying more than one baby. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.